ban masks and sanction two groups for violation of those policies. The school will also review its Middle East studies programs and admission. Education Secretary Linda McMahon says the moves are meant to ensure that children on campus are safe. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says Israel has struck the largest hospital in the territory along the south. The Israeli military has confirmed it targeted the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis. It was part of an attempt to kill senior Hamas leader Ismail Barhoum, who was receiving treatment there after being wounded in an airstrike days earlier. A Hamas official later confirmed Barhoum was assassinated. The group also said another of its top members, Salah al-Bardawil, was killed on Saturday in a separate Israeli strike. Israel's renewed war in Gaza began just under a week ago, ending a U.S. brokered ceasefire that lasted nearly 2 months. Humanitarian aid has also been suspended. Correspondent Imtaid Tayeb, Gaza's health ministry, says more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed in the 17-month war. The U.S. launched air raids across Yemen overnight, targeting the Iran-backed group behind numerous attacks on shipping vessels along the Red Sea.
The United States targeted Yemen's Houthi rebels overnight, pounding sites across the country into Monday. American strikes in Yemen entered its 10th day without a sign of stopping, killing at least one person in its latest attack in the capital. Emergency crews are cleaning up the debris from a collapsed building in Sana'a, where children are among the injured. The strikes are part of a campaign by U.S. President Donald Trump trying to pressure Iran, the Houthis' main benefactor. Threatened to target Israeli ships over Israel blocking aid entering the Gaza Strip. So far, the U.S. has not offered any details on the sites it is striking, though officials claim the attacks have taken out key Houthi leadership. I'm Nayan Kim.
There's a town in Mississippi still recovering from a tornado 2 years ago. Once again, picking up the pieces from a direct hit. People in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, assessing the damage from another tornado. The storm damaging multiple buildings and bringing down power lines. Long pieces of wood slicing into the ground like daggers. A strong storm devastated much of Rolling Fork 2 years ago this week. Back in March 2023, a tornado packing winds of nearly 200 miles per hour destroyed a third of all homes in Rolling Fork, killing 15 people. Correspondent Andrew Dimberg says a week ago the
I have to find that link.
saw 18 different
I have to find that link.
7 deaths. The verdict is out in a case involving a popular weed killer. A jury in Georgia has ordered Bayer, the parent company of Monsanto, to pay more than $2 billion in damages to a man who says the company's Roundup weed killer caused his cancer. The verdict marks the latest in a long-running series of court fights Monsanto has faced over its Roundup herbicide. Correspondent Jim Krasula, Monsanto says it will appeal the jury ruling, which marks one of the biggest legal decisions reached.
Trying to find this file. It's another update to change the menus colors, to change the screen color, the fonts. They have themes. I'm trying to find the file.
The temple is one of the 7 new wonders of the world, and visitors were there to observe the spring equinox.
Let's see.
Another tourist, a 38-year-old from Germany, reportedly tried to hide inside the pyramid chamber. The law enforcement found him, kicked him out.
From where?
Forest Hill Stadium says the August 13th show featuring the Black Keys is still on. Same goes for the rest of its summer concert schedule.
So they also 3 weeks. Okay, so.
Legal Bureau denied the stadium's new sound amplification permits last week.
I guess I gotta watch this video. Let me mute it. Let me watch it.
Corporation, which denied the city access to a series of private roads surrounding the area. Placed there without access to those roads,
Let me see if I'm.
leaving them with no choice but to revoke the permit. Concert organizers say this happens every season.
Okay, not violating that. Okay. Not violating no copyrights. Okay.
Juan Soto is just 3 days away from playing his first official game as a member of the New York.
So as you can see what he did there.
Queens during the offseason, blockbuster $765 million deal. Tells NBC News it was a family decision.
I mean, I can't complain about any fans. They were amazing. They out the whole season last year. But
if you change the colors now.
So far, I go
But apparently he didn't put the file link. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna find the file. It's just one file you have to update. Basically, you wanna you can put themes. So I'm looking for that file. Let me bring it back over here because I don't want to watch it here and I don't want to get hit with no. So let me see.
Wins news time 11:51. Traffic and transit on one. Here's to it. All right, we're going to start with a look on Long Island, let you know what we see on Long Island State 3, and it's all about the northern state right now. Eastbound northern state has
I see what version is it.
29. And near there,
I mean, I like his videos, but the only problem is that sometimes he goes too fast. He goes very, very fast, and he doesn't, you know.
Eastbound LIE at 56 over 111, we have construction. The left lane closed until 2:30, and Southern State Parkway is in good shape. As we check what you need now about the bridges and tunnels, the inbound George is 15 minutes. The inbound Lincoln Tunnel is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta see.
And the inbound Holland is 10. Now the outbound GW Bridge for the lower
I gotta put a full screen.
construction is 45 minutes. The outbound Georgia upper
Emo merge. Okay, I'm gonna Google that.
and over at the East River, the inbound
Let me Google that.
better. Broadsake and White still look good. We are
So it's called merge.
Brooklyn Bridge right now, guys, because we've got westbound
Okay, so let me open up another tab.
very heavy from Metropolitan Avenue
Eno
down to Atlantic, and we've got inbound the water delays that start at 3rd Avenue and go up into Atlantic Avenue
Bing.
as
Let me
well.
see
So we no longer have outbound Gowanus delays there, and the outbound side of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel looks good getting onto the Gowanus Expressway in general there. And again, at the Hudson River, the outbound George has a 45-minute delay. Traffic is sponsored by Windorama. Don't wait to install new windows and doors. For a limited time, get $2,000 off your install project with Windorama.
He didn't put the link.
And installation now. Visit stayWithRama.com for details. I'm Karen Stewart, 10 West on 92.3 FM.
It's 4732 menu.
So raining across the area right now, we have the steadiest rain extending up across central New Jersey
ATS
and
menu.
up into Long Island as well as coastal Connecticut.
I'm gonna find the file.
The steadiest rain in those areas. Periods of rain, though, are still going to continue for the next hour or two, even in areas over the city and up into the lower Hudson Valley and parts of northwestern New Jersey, although that is going to get rarer. In general, we're going to be seeing the rain ending from west to east during the early and middle part of the afternoon. By the end of the day, there could even be some breaks.
I'm gonna have to write to him.
Especially west of the city. We'll have a high of 54 this
Because apparently he didn't put the direct link to it.
43 tonight.
I mean, unless I download every, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna download every bin. Let me download every bin file, and it should be in there. Okay, I don't want to open up the folder. Okay, so let me go back here. Let me go back to this page.
It'll be sunny and 51 on Thursday. Right now, still some rain. It's 43 in Central Park, going up to 43, up to 54. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Dare on New York's weather station, 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
Lights on.
Refrigerator door left open. TV off when nobody's home.
If you're a saver, wasting money is your nightmare.
Window open while the AC runs.
PSE&G can help you take control of your energy use. With PSE&G's whole home energy solution, you could save up to 30% on your energy bill, according to energy.gov. Visit pseg.com/wholehome.
There's one number you need to know.
Okay, that's fine.
Somebody else's fault, it's all night.
The number is
Okay, let me go back
210
on
all
to
night.
It's the number you call when you want them. Nobody cares more about their fire.
fucking annoying. So fucking annoying.
Nobody. This is real help, real fast.
Okay, let me do this
All the
again.
time.
Get home.
Millions of dollars for their clients.
Let me go here.
Call
Let
Mark
me
Lee.
see.
Help lawyers, easy number. It's all nine. That's 212 all nine. Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Let me delete the old ones. Okay, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete the old. So let me go to downloads.
Now recommended
more likely to be
You
hospitalized
can see it,
with
right? Okay,
pneumococcal
good. I don't
pneumonia
want people
than
to see my.
adults under 50.
All right, I'm gonna delete this one.
Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20
Where does
is
it files?
proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and
Delete
invasive
that
bowel
one.
disease in
I'm gonna
just
delete
1
that
dose,
one.
and millions have already gotten
I'm
it.
gonna delete that one.
Approval may depend on a
I'm
supportive
gonna
study.
delete that
Don't
one.
use Prevnar
And
20
that
if you
one.
have a severe allergy to its ingredients.
Right?
The weakened immune system may lower your response. Common
Just
side
delete
effects
them.
include
Oh,
intense
and delete that
pain,
one.
swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle,
I don't
and
need
weight gain.
those.
For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit
And delete.
Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist. I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. Happy 50th.
All right.
Bring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or
Delete
Moto
that.
Power 5G 2024 with select
And
plans.
then I'm gonna go to the
During
website.
Mad March hours. Check the weather for April showers.
Let me go back to the website.
Just about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data available at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
I'm gonna go to the website. I'm gonna download this. Let me see which one
Time for
first.
Bloomberg Money Watch with Andrew O'Day. Marvelous Monday on Wall Street.
And download that one
Dow
first.
won to more than 2% as the White House confirms that they narrow the scope of threatened
Let's
terror.
see. I wonder if I can
Dow
view
up
it.
569, Nasdaq up 360. S&P gaining
See, I would like to view it before I download it. I don't want to be downloading them.
Again, topping $4 a pound before retail is fresh reporting from Arabica.
Anyway, I'll download them.
In Brazil,
So we got that one.
this year and next could be impacted by unusually
So,
hot and dry weather over the
I'm
past
gonna open a
several
folder
weeks.
here.
That plus unfavorable weather in Vietnam, the world's top producer of Ciba Robusta coffee.
I'm gonna extract all.
The global supply crunch. Bloomberg
Yes,
Money Watch,
extract all.
56 past every hour. I'm
Okay, let me go in
Andrew
there.
1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Yeah, there's no merch. I don't see no merch.
Afford to pay your IRS debt due to economic
What's today? Today is the 24th. Date modified. Yeah, so that one doesn't have it. Okay.
Allows Americans who owe the IRS to resolve their delinquent
So that one doesn't have
once
it.
and for all. In some
Okay, so let's go to the next
cases,
one.
reducing what you owe significantly. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax.
And this is the one I did last time.
Call and see if they qualify. Simply dial 800
So let me download that one.
152. If you owe back taxes to the
Okay.
IRS and cannot afford to pay them back or have
I'm doing it over here because I don't want people to see some other
help
files.
is standing by. Just call the Community Tax Helpline today at
Extract all.
800-295-9152 for the help that you need. Don't take on
And
the
let me
IRS
see if that
alone.
one has
They
any
can
merch.
attack your wages, savings, pensions,
No, that one does not have merch. Merch. You know, that merch, that bin. Yeah. Doesn't have it.
There's no place like home.
Okay, so we know that one doesn't work. I mean, it's not in that one.
Sooner than any other health system.
Unless they include it in the new one.
Better health system. NYU Langone
So I'm going to download this one.
The NYU Langone Health app gives you access to your
Let me
electronic
see.
health records, so you can keep track of your visits, lab results, and images
Over
all in
here.
one place.
Let me see.
Better health starts with a better health system.
Right click,
NYU
extract
Langone Health,
all.
number one for quality care in the U.S. Learn more at NYU
Okay, let me see. There's some merge in there.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned
Okay, so you got program files,
my
.am.
symptoms would come and go.
No, no merch.
Fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so
And then
lightheaded,
source,
I couldn't.
that's just a source
My
code.
doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times
So
more likely to
it's
have
not
a
in
stroke.
that one.
Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke.
Okay, so it's not in that one.
If you have symptoms, tell a doctor.
So let me go back.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers
Okay.
Squibb and Pfizer.
So this is the latest one they have here.
See beyond what is and into what can be. What if you could create more impact in every decision? What if you had a partner as visionary as you are? With Bank of America, you
Extract
get access to
all.
our trusted experts, real-time insights, and digital tools. So whether you run a local shop or a global enterprise, you're backed by business solutions to make every
Yeah, none of them have that merge file.
the power to do. Find out how at bankofamerica.com.
Yeah, none of them have the merge file.
The official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026. WINS, WINS FM and HD1.
So where is that merge file at?
Always live on the free Odyssey app. More people get their
So let me go back up here. Is there searching here? Search, right? Search. Email. The merge. Let me see if something comes up.
Pure.
No.
Good afternoon. 43 degrees. We've got cloudy skies in Manhattan.
Where the hell is that file at?
I'm Linda Lopez, and here's what's happening.
Shit.
A cabbie in Brooklyn has to drive himself to the hospital after
All right, let me turn this off.
by a bullet overnight in Brooklyn.
Yeah, so apparently it's not in these files. It's not, these are the ones that let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so guys are wondering what is going on. Let me just put it right there. I know the focus is not the best, but yeah, it's horrible focus. When you get this radio, the default firmware on it, it sucks. We already know that. This is the firmware. These are all the different versions to upgrade it to this, to what you see now, right? To what you see now. Let me see what you see now. I know the focus is down. So, the default one, we agree that it sucks. So this is one of these. But originally, I tried this one, and you saw the video. I bricked it, whatever. Then I went to this one and worked, and I stopped there. But now apparently there's a new bin file that you could change. You could put themes on this. So that means you could change the colors. Like for example, you know how this one, right? You turn it on, you see? You got the black background with the white, the white text, right? Black background. But there's a bin file that you can change. It adds themes. There's a few themes. Meaning that I could change the background to light blue, with yellow lettering, or there's one that's like a green. There's one that's like a orange with black lettering. They're themes. So that's what I'm trying to look for. And then I was gonna try, and then I'll make a video on it and upgrade this again to add themes. I mean, even though I can read it, it's nice, but I like some of the colors that they have. They have different color ones. But apparently he didn't put the link in the video. And the video that I'm referencing to is, let me open it. I don't want to play the video because that's his channel and I don't want to, but I'll show you once again. Okay. Let's see, which one is it? This one. So this is the, let me put it right here. Hey, see how it looks? You see, that's one of the themes. But he didn't put the link to that. So, I like his channel. I'm not bashing him. I like his channel. He has a good channel. He does a lot of tutorials. When I needed my my DM1701, let me put it like that so I don't. When I needed help with the Balvarian 1701, he was one of the YouTubers that I went to that he had some good videos and all that. And so you see, there's quite a few themes. So like that color. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. But apparently, he did not put the link in there. He put a link in there, but it's the same link that I'm going through. Because when he goes through his setup, there's a file that says mini right here, ATS mini merge bin, but that file is nowhere to be found. So, and he the problem with him, he goes through his videos too fast. He doesn't explain, and he didn't put the exact URL to get that extra merge file. So I'm just gonna hello Robert Varner and What is it right now? Yeah. Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock here now. So anyway, so I don't want to. I'm not gonna play this video now. I'm not doing all that. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So, but it's definitely not in this. In these, it's definitely not in these firmware updates. It's not in these releases. So it has to be somewhere else. So let me go here. Let me go down to his see flash tool. Yeah, so it's not there. It's not there. He says to look at the links, but when you go to the link, it opens up the same one that okay, firmware. So it goes back here. So let me see where else. Version 1.1. User interface. Yeah, so he points the link back to here, which is not there. Unless they include it now with the firmware. Point select link. Okay, so if I click on this link, and then it takes me to this page. Yeah. Yeah, so he's not including it yet. I know why he's doing it, but it's okay. Eventually, somebody's gonna post it. But it's okay though. I mean, it's not a critical thing. It's just if you want to put themes on it, you want to put themes on it. I mean, it's cool. But I also noticed that he's using the Let me see. I'm gonna mute the video, but I'm gonna watch it right here for a minute. Let me see what he does. So right now he has. Let me see. Okay, he's doing that. I can't play because I don't want to get hit with no copyright. So I can't play it over there. But I'm watching it. I want to watch it again. So basically the same thing. It's just a file. And then he's gonna restart the radio, and then of course he's gonna get the. So it boots back to the old one. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want it to boot back to the old one. But let me see. I want to see him use it. Let me see. Okay, but it does have all the menu settings in there. Okay. Oh, so it goes back to the old menu. I mean, not the old menu. It goes back to I'll show you. Let me show you what I can show you that. So you see, it goes back to the old So it kind of goes back to the old analog dial here, but now it has an extended menu. It has an extended menu, and it doesn't time out. So this is another mod, but I'm trying to get this file. But I'm not gonna do it with this one. Not yet. Anyway, it doesn't have the audio, so I'll let it play for a few. So you see it's changing the colors. Okay. So, which is pretty cool. I like some of them look like this one looks cool. I like. Oh, sorry. Let me. Anyway, I'll give him a shout out. I'll give him a shout out in a bit. I'm gonna tell him that I spoke about the video on my channel. So I don't want him to think that I'm just But yeah, you see the colors? How nice that looks. Hey, some of it looks nice. I like that. That one looks pretty good. Hello, Tasso. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good afternoon. And BY26. Hi, Danny. SI 4732 mini radio color theme mode has arrived. Yeah. I'm trying to locate that file. Like he said he put the link, but I can't find the file. I'm trying to locate the file to do that, to do this color mode. But he doesn't. He said he has it on it, but I went to the so it's not there. But if you know the URL, cause it's this file right here. It's called ino.merge.bin. And it's there, but because I went to that, I just went to the website. I went to all the firmware updates. I extracted all of them, and that file is not in there. It's not in any of those. So apparently he said he listed, but he didn't list it. So I mean, somebody's gonna list it, and but yeah. So you see different All right. Anyway, done with that. So it's not inside these, because he put the link back to here. Oh, Jesus Christ, with this freaking thing. Windows 11 drives me nuts sometimes. Because I just downloaded all these. I extracted it to see if it was in there, the extra file. It's not in any of these. So that's what he put on his video. He put the link here to the firmware, the firmware link, but it's not in any of these. So I'm trying to find the file. I go back one, it's not in there. That's what I'm trying to locate, that file. It's just one file you have to add. So just one file that I have to put in here. And it's called ino.merge.bin. So I cannot locate that file right now. So I have to maybe I have to go to this website and see what's going on. Maybe I go to the let me see something, README. I don't want to open up the README. I really don't want to add this, because they all look like it haven't been updated. You see, so obviously not going to be in it, because look, it haven't been updated. You see the time? You see 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks. They all haven't been updated. So I already extracted these, and it's not in there. So he just didn't put the exact link where that one is at. So let me see this one. Let me see this one. Display. I don't know if it's this one. Let me see. No, it's not this one. Rotary interface. No, it's not that one. It's definitely not that one. Definitely not this one. I'm looking through some of these files. Not in there. Oh, shoot. Let me go back. Extras. Let me see extra. No, it's not there. There's nothing in extra. So it's not this guy. He's not Ricardo whatever. So what about Ralph Xavier? Let me see. I just went to that one. Okay, I went to that one. What about this one? Ricardo. So let me see Ricardo. Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's listed. I think he posted it. Because I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want to say anything like update to EX. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Let me close. Let me close a few of them. 1, 2, 3. Open that one. I'm gonna go to what I'm gonna put over here. Anyway, shoot, I was gonna do something else. I forgot what it was. Anyway, yeah. So that's the thing, though. I'm trying to locate that file. So anyway, I'll write to him later, and I'll tell him that I'll tell him like bro, like you only put the links that are But I know somebody eventually is gonna put. Eventually somebody else is gonna post it up. I'm not in a hurry to do it. But I want to see the because mine is a version right now. I updated mine to version. What is it? 3 version? Not 0. It's 0, 3, whatever, something like that. But I'm gonna upgrade mine to 1.1, but not yet because I want to do that. Well, I may do that anyway just to see if it adds that the color theme. But I'm gonna wait on that because according to the well, you know what? Let me look at the you know what I look at. Let me see. Why did I minimize it? Duh. Let me where's that one at the folder, right? Let me look at the let me see program files. Okay, so okay. Let me go up one. Let me look at the PDF file. Let me see if let me see. Okay, this one has a spare. So if you go to so this one doesn't have a settings. Okay, so it's not included in this one then. Yeah, it's not included in the 1 point. See, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you download, let me go back up here. Let me go back. No, actually, I don't want to go back because I'm. Anyway, this is the 1.01. When you open up the PDF file, this is what all the changes are, right? So you can see there's nothing new. And then based on his video, if I go down here, let me go down here. And by the way, this has the instructions. Okay, so when you download the file, the instructions are right here on the PDF file. Okay, so and the instructions are pretty straightforward. So once it updates, let me go to the menu. You see, once it updates, it goes to this menu, right? But right now, it's still saying spare 1, which is blank, and spare 2. So one of them supposed to have settings. So I guess this one doesn't have settings. So right now, no sense of, I just need that file, but no sense of upgrade to 1. What is it? 1.01. No sense to update that because it's still having. So I think menu number 10 is going to turn into settings, and then that one is going to have the themes. So you're going to go to settings, then you're going to go to themes, and then you'll see the. But right now, this one doesn't do it. So I'm going to wait till they update it because they're gonna probably incorporate it there. Because right now he's not putting the link to just a standalone file. And you know what? I'm going to wait. So the next version will probably be like version 1.01. So it'll probably be maybe 1.02, the next version. And then they're going to include that. They're going to update this one or this one. I think it's this one that when I saw the guy. And they're going to put the settings in there. And that one is going to go into themes. And they're going to put the different colors, the different color themes. So I'm going to wait till they update it here officially. Because I really don't want to put another beta. Well, this one wasn't a beta. But I'm going to wait till they add that. All right. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait anyway because, I'm going to wait anyway. But anyway, now you guys know that when you get this radio, they are going to put color themes on it. It's color themes now, which I was wondering if they were going to do that. So there you go. So they're going to. Yeah, so and that's why and every time you download a version, you're gonna update, open up the README file and things like that, and see what other changes. Right now, I'm on version 0, version V030, right? Which is a couple of versions before this one, and that one's working. That remember I break this with 028. And then 030 work fine. But I can go to one version 0. I can go to version 1. But my thing is, there's no compelling reason to go to version 1. There's nothing new. It's just a couple of minor little fixes. So I really don't want to do it again, especially take the chance on breaking it. So I'm gonna wait till they. You see right here. You see these are the major changes. So right now I'm here. So, if I want to go to this one and see they had a couple of more things, but I'm going to wait till they come out with another one. And then that one is going to add the themes. And sometimes it's good to wait. That's another thing I recommend that I always do that. I recommend that anytime you do a firmware update for anything, sometimes it's good not to go to the latest because, they, especially if it's a beta, you're going to get bugs. And sometimes, you can mess up your radio. So, you want to wait for like a stable version or something. Because right now, they're moving fast. You can see they're moving fast. February 27th, March 1st, March 3rd, March 5th. So, it's, so, you come back in a couple of months, it's probably going to be a whole bunch of new versions. You know what I mean? So you keep updating this radio. So right now, I'll wait till they come out with the official, make it official, and then I'll do it that way. Maybe eventually I get a second one, and I'll keep one like that, and then the other one I can just use as a guinea pig. But right now, these are the versions that are out, right now in order. So that's the first one. That's the one I'm in now. That's the one I have. And then there's 2 other ones. But there's no compelling reason for me to, other than a couple of more things. And they also release a source code. After this one, they release a source code. So anybody can, with the source code, what it means that anybody can update it and make their own version. So anytime they release a source code, that means also that there's going to be other people doing this in the future. So there's going to be other people modifying the code, and they put their little thing in there. So that's why I radios like this. What I like about it, it's like the Quanshang K5. It's there's gonna be a lot of firmware for this. This is just the beginning. You understand? It's just the beginning. So radios like this, same thing with the ATS. He made a video on the ATS 20 Max. Is it ATS 20 Max Pro? And that one has a ton of firmware updates. And then that one has what is it? It has a lot of bands. That one has VHF. It has airband. It has it's loaded. It's loaded. It has an SSTV decoder and all that. The ATS is ATS 20 Max SSTV decoder. It has a whole bunch of stuff. So radios like this, what's good about them is they're gonna have it's a community. They're gonna a lot of firmware update on them, and you know what? Compared to when you first buy it. And let me see. Let me show you that. Let me go not here. I don't want to go here. Okay, here. And let's see. ATS is there 20 Max. Is it Pro or something? Which one's that one? I forgot which one's that one. This. No, it's the one. It's the one. No, it's the 120 Pro. Is it 120? I think it's a 120. Yeah, let me see what it is. I'll tell you right now. So with the color screen. Excuse me. Not the one, the desktop. The Pro FM. I don't remember which one is it. I think it's this one. Yeah, it looks like that one. Yeah, it's that one. So this one, you see this one? So that's another radio that you see a lot of people. They have a lot of updates for this radio. So this is the ATS. Yeah, this is the one. ATS 25 Pro Plus Air, and this thing has a ton of. Wait, let me just go like that. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let me put that right there. You see how this one has a ton of stuff, and it has Wi-Fi. It updates. Yeah, it updates by you don't need a computer. It updates because it got the Wi-Fi. Things like that. Yeah, I'm not buying this one. I'm just saying. Not buying it, folks. Just saying. There you go. Spend your money. Hey, see, got the that's the back of it. Okay, you got the Wi-Fi, of course, and of course you got your antenna here. These are all the frequencies. See all the frequencies right here. So you got long wave. You got the what's it? Yeah, medium wave, the shortwave, airband, VHF. So you got VHF right here too. VHF. All right. Pretty interesting. RDS. So there you go. Get a real look at it right there. Get a real good look at it. Get a real good look at it. And nice metal case too. Of course, that's a Wi-Fi antenna. So there you go. So yeah, so they just did a firmware update on that one to include the SSTV decoder. So for those of you that like to decode, you know, slow scan TV and all that, this one has it. The latest firmware, this one has it. Which kind of interesting. Yeah. My friend, let me see how much is on AliExpress. If they even have it. Because remember that one? Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I don't. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Oh my God. Let me see which is the one they have. Let me just put that one. Oh, with the decoder, that's the one I meant to put. Okay, here we go. No, that's a 25. Wait a minute. Is that it? Let me see. Oh, this is a register. Okay, so this is a registered one. And this is the registered one. Let me go with this one. So this is the registered one. It's a different name, but yeah. Okay, so this is 120. Okay, come on. Why are you doing that? Can you stop that? The hell, man? So that's the screen. You see, you got a little waterfall right here. You got a little waterfall. And then it says decoder. So that means that this one, decoder function. Let's see. Yeah, see, there you go. This is the has decoder. Okay, you can see there. But that's some 20 plus. I'm talking about the 120 plus. 120 plus. 120 plus. This one is the same one we just saw, right? Those are the same one. Let me see. Oh, it's this guy. This guy. Okay, yeah. I'm not 49 minutes. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. Don't think so. But yeah, the decoder. But the let me see. Let me see what this review was. Here we go with the fucking crashing shit. All right. Anyway, so that's the deal with that. And of course, that's touchscreen. They have this one too. This is the other one that they have. It's like this. Yeah. All right. Interesting. All right. Let me minimize that. So let me close this guy right here. And there you go. And there you go. And yeah. So anyway, so I'm just gonna wait till they update the they include it in the next version. to add the theme. And then I'll make another video on that one to update it. Because right now, like I said, he put the link back to the website, but it's not included in there. I just showed you. I went into every I downloaded every file and it's not there. So I'm not gonna try to anyway. Excuse me. And then let me do some local time here is 12:30 to 6 p.m. So there you go. Let me just put this over here. So yeah, it's interesting that color theme. Like I said, radios like that, that's the beginning. When I show you all there's gonna be more updates to come. So now the next update is gonna include that theme. I know Hamrad 88 made a video a couple of days ago, and he blamed me for. I guess people blame me for buying. Believe me, I'm not getting no commission on that unless you go through Amazon. Unless you go through Amazon, I get a tiny little commission. It's not much. It's only no, it's not much. Believe me, it's not much. Especially out of $25, $27. It's like nothing. Radtel did contacted me last night. So let me put they did contact me last night and and so oh my god, come on, bro. What are we doing, man? Radtel. Hello. Yeah, Google search. Let me load this down, sorry. So they did contact me last night. They're gonna they say they're gonna send me one. So I wanted to review this one. So they reached out to me. We've been going back and forth. I was thinking about close to buying it, but I really don't want to buy it if they're gonna. So actually, let me read their because I replied to them. Let me go here. Oh, Jesus Christ, Danny. Okay, I'm gonna move this one over here. Sorry, because I'm gonna read the email. Let me go to my email. Let me go to my email. Okay. Oh, I got a bunch of other emails for other stuff. Okay. And apparently, I'm doing all these live streams now. I'm getting a whole bunch of emails. Let's see. Whatever. Everybody wants to help me blow up my channel. I don't know why. People sending me all this stuff. You know, your channel can have millions of views if you let me run your channel. No, thank you. I don't need nobody to run my channel. I run my own channel. Thank you. People like interested in my channel now. It's like, oh, you know, we can bring more. You can have 1.2 million views. Leave me alone. You know, I don't need bot views. That's what it is. They're just trying to sell you botted views. You know, that's all it is. I'm telling you, since it really started when I started doing live streaming. I get all these people out of the woodwork. Oh, we can, you know, according to your videos and all that, you should be at this number. You should be at this. You have the 5,000. You should be at this number. Oh, we can get you there if you know, please. You know, so you know, they just want, you know, whatever they're just trying to take money out of you, and they want you to pay for something to, you know, inflate your numbers or whatever it is. I mean, I already know what it is. This has been going on since the beginning of the internet. Anyway, so this is the radio that they, you know, they reached out to me and I told them, listen, the only radio I want to, you know, because I already have too many, you know, 2 meter, 70 centimeter you know, little bow fan. I don't want to, I want to try this one out. Because you can see this one to go from long wave all the way up to, what is it? Where is it? Yeah, right here. Actually, it goes more than that. What was it? Is it up to 480 receiving? Let me see. Yeah, see, of course, receiving, yeah, FM, shortwave band, medium wave, of course. It has long wave. Oh, right here, right here. Yeah, so it goes to 1 gigahertz. There you go. 1 gigahertz. Okay, so basically, it's a full-blown scanner. It's basically a long wave all the way up to gigahertz. And it's a transceiver for, you know, for the 2 meter, 70 centimeter, right? Yeah, but look what it has here. There you see. 136. So that means a weather band? Wow! Weather band? But yeah, so 2 meters and 70 centimeter. Of course, it also has 480, so 470 is GMRS. So you could GMRS. 136, 174. Also in between there is MERS. So yeah, you have MERS. Okay, so you know. So I want to try it out. I you know. And this one to 2 antennas. So let me show you. You see, right? Right here, see? So it has a cover. It has a cover for that's the cover. But then, so, oh, jeez. See, there you go. They're showing you with the donut antenna. So this one is for HF. And of course, this one is VHF, UHF. So I can use a donut antenna for receiving HF. As you can see in the picture, right? I'm trying to zoom in there. See, zoom in. Donut antenna. So I told him, I say, I'll review a radio, but you gotta send me this one. That's the only radio I'm interested in. I don't want no more you know, just 2 meters, 70. I don't want no more Baofeng, whatever. I don't want to. So I'm interested in this one. Okay, so hopefully I'll get it sooner than later, and then I'll play around with this one. There you go. Interesting. Yeah. And then let me see the review. Let me show this guy. Okay, so that's the way it looks in the box. Okay, so I mean, $29. That's pretty cheap. And then there's a Quan Chang's coming out with one too. Quan Chang's coming out with one like this with all the bands. And that one is the I forgot the name. I know my already Dixon say he's waiting for that one. And that one's gonna be a little more pricey. It's not gonna be $29. I think that one is in the MSRP about $60. The Quang Shang, I forgot what's it's gonna be I forgot what it's called. Anyway, but it's not out yet. It's gonna be out soon. So it's like this one. It's gonna have all the bands, all these bands. But Quang Shang. So I think this one is, I'll show you. Let me see if I have it here, the red cell. So let me go. And it's gonna be firm, and it's gonna be able to update it firmware. So basically, it's gonna be this radio. But this is the what's it? RT470X, right? This is a red cell. This is the one that they sent me a few months back. So it's basically gonna be this radio and this radio put together, because that's the chip in there. The chip in there is going to be the SI 4732 chip is in that radio. So it's going to be these two combined. That's what that one is. Is these two combined in that radio. Okay, so it's going to be these two combined. And that's what that radio is. SI 4732 chip is in that radio for the HF. And then this is the Radtel. This is the 470 RT470X. So it's just taking these two radios and putting them together. That's basically what that radio is. So, and I'm gonna tell you, this radio is pretty good. The Radtel's pretty good so far. Let's see.
Welcome, channel mode.
Okay, it's pretty good. So, yeah. All right, let me do some FD8 for a little bit. I got a little downtime, so I said let me come on today, the live stream. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep the algorithm going, you know. Last night I had the Anthony Cumia show. I let it play. I didn't want to talk. I noticed that I'm trying not to. It was pretty good. I had people watching it. I was like, wow. Apparently, people want to watch that. So I said, you know what? Because I was gonna record it and just upload it. But then at the last minute, I said, you know what? Let me just let me just let me just do the show live. So so that's what I'm doing. Right now, I got an hour in, 1 hour and 4 minutes in. So got my viewing hours up. Okay, El Salvador. Okay. All right. Do that. Let me. Anybody want to chime in on it? Let me know. Anybody want me to? So BY26. So do you have the radio? Did you download the theme? Because I don't have it right now. But I think I'm gonna wait anyway. I'm gonna wait till the next version, and they'll probably include it in there most likely. And then I'll wait because I'm actually thinking about getting a second one, actually. Different color. Because of course I have a couple of colors. They have a few colors. They have a white 3D printed case. They have an orange one, and they have a blue one, like a light blue. So I was thinking about getting another one, actually. So I'll wait. Maybe I'll get it in about a month. Maybe I'll just order it with something. You know. Okay, so let me go over here. Okay, so I don't think they're busy. I'm just trying to read somebody's email. Somebody's sending me this email, whatever. Yeah. People always trying to sell you shit, People try to sell you shit, like, oh my God, I could blow up your channel, like I can blow up your channel and you can apply for business analyst. No, thank you. I don't want to work in an office anymore. I'm pretty done. I'm pretty much done with office work. I really don't want to work in an office anymore. I really don't. I get Indeed stuff. Oh, I saw your resume on Indeed and for office jobs. I'm like, nah, I don't want to. I really don't want to do office work anymore. Not in this environment. You know. I'm at the point now in my life where if when I do get work, I don't like to work around other people all the time. I don't want to be like in a team. I don't care for all that. One of my best jobs I had was it didn't pay that much. It didn't pay good money, but I remember working for Kawasaki as a field technician, and basically, I used to report to a particular train yard in the Bronx, and we had a small team of people, but I had a list of things I had to do. If I knock out that stuff early, sometimes I can go home early and I still get paid for 8 hours. So I'll do like a 3 hour work, maybe 4 hours, and I go home and I still get paid for 8. It was the sweetest gig ever. I did that for a couple of years. And I didn't have people micromanaging me, none of that. I can't be in an environment where, for example, the same company, later on, after that's what happened too. Later on, with that job in particular, we did all the modifications for the new subway car and all that stuff. So they said, "Oh, Danny, we don't have work for you. We can send you back to the plant." So I was either that or I was going to lose my job. So I said, "Okay, fine, send me back to the plant." So when they sent me back to the plant, night and day. When you work on the field, it's the best job. When I went to work back for the main plant here in Yonkers, micromanage Central. They don't even want you standing around doing nothing. They say, even if you have nothing to do, pretend like you're doing something, because we don't want people to walk around here and they see you standing there and they're, oh my God, it was like crazy. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, chill out. But it was like that. It was like very everybody was like, on their toes, afraid to lose their job and all that shit. I can't work in an environment like that. I'm sorry, stressing shit out like that. I'm done with those dumb days. So yeah, so when I went back to the plant, after that I was like, yo, bro, send me to another yard somewhere else. So then they wound up sending me to Coney Island in Brooklyn to another subway yard, and I was doing overnight shift over there. Over there, same thing. I do my job. I'm out of there in a few hours, and still get paid for 8. And I did that for another 6 months, and then I said, you know what? I had enough of it. I was like, I'm done with it. But yeah, I can't be in the office anymore. I can't be like in a. There's too many people snitching on you, or you know how people be snitching on each other and shit. Like I can't work in an environment like that. I really can't. I'm done with that shit. And now, and we're talking about 20 years ago when it wasn't PC. Now forget about it. Now you can't even say certain things. You know, oh my God, you need sensitivity training or whatever. Oh my God. Oh, you flat out you lose your job. That's it. Like there's no way I can be in an office environment now. So I get these emails all the time, do you want to be a business analyst? Based on based on what you have there, you can, I said, no, I don't want to work for no, shirt and tie and shit like that. Although a lot of companies don't really do the shirt and tie anymore. I noticed that too. Supposedly they're more relaxed now. Before it was like, you had to go with a shirt and tie and buttoned up and all this nonsense. Now it's like they're more relaxed now. I know the company I one time. There's a company I worked for. I remember we had casual Fridays. We're talking about 20 plus years ago. I think it was like the late 90s. I remember a company I used to work for. It was like that. I had to go with shirt and tie during the week, but then on Friday it was casual Friday, so I didn't have to come in with a tie and all that nonsense. So, but yeah, I I get these emails. I'm like, no, I don't want to be no office thing. Also, another thing is a lot of phone stuff. Like I used to do customer service over the phone. All that. Oh God, 311. I used to work for 311, so you know how that is. You got to deal with people screaming at you on the phone. I didn't get my benefits. I didn't get my SNAP benefits. Like, okay, chill, Letitia. Chill out. I couldn't even say that. I couldn't say chill out. Yeah, and the 311 was horrible. I hated that job because they record every conversation, and then they pick one of those calls and they critique you and they give you a rating. But my call rating was always pretty good. I used to average like 90+% call rating. 1 week I got 100% call rating and I got a bonus because you get bonus too. If you score in a high, like 95% call rating. If you get 100%, you get a little more money. Yeah, it's like, they would add like another $25 to my check or something ridiculous weekly. So it wasn't even that much. But yeah, but my call rating was always there. It was always spot on. Even when people used to, I had tricks for them. I would just keep them on hold because you can't talk back to them. You can't say, "Well, F you," you can't do that. So when they would get irate with me, I would tell them, okay, can you hold? And then I kind of get them to hold, and then I'll leave them there. I'll leave them on perpetual hold forever until they hang themselves up. And I look at my screen and I'll see the call is still active. And then I wait a couple of more minutes and then all of a sudden they'll disappear. I'm like, okay, I guess he cooled off now. That's how I used to get them. When they'd be irate and all that, and I'd be like, okay, let me bring in my supervisor. And then I don't bring them on. Sometimes I'll just let them stay there. I'll just watch the screen and I look at the timer and I'll see the number there that's active. All of a sudden it'll disappear. And then they'll call back again, but I won't. It won't, because there's a pool of operators. So they'll wind up go to another operator, and then they'll blow up on them. I was on hold, and somebody, they put me on hold, and then I got fed up and I hanged up. I had a couple of those calls come back to me. That's why when you call those places, be nice. Because they can just put you on hold forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it pays to be nice. When I'm not saying, even if you're upset, don't take it out on the operator. It's not their fault. It really isn't the operator's fault. If you got your car towed or whatever, that's what happened. It blew up on the operator, and they're thinking that the operator has everything to do with it, and the operator can just say, you know what, please hold, and then you'll be on perpetual hold forever. Especially, remember when cell phones were by the minute? Imagine you're calling from a cell phone and you have only X amount of minutes. Not unlimited, unlimited time. Remember when you only had like 300 minutes? You have phone plan with like 300 minutes only. And you're being on perpetual hold. That eats up your minutes, and you're like, man, what the hell, man? And then you forced to hang up. Yeah, I learned. I'm telling you, because I was one of them. I was on the other side taking the abuse. It pays to be courteous when you talk to people like that. Even if you're upset, you got to calm down and say, listen, I'm having this problem, blah, 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 blah. I called before and give me the runaround. Can you please, okay. You get better treatment if you're not such a jerk. Believe me, I have people blow up on me and curse me out and all that, and I just be like, okay, well, my job is, because remember, your job is to help them. That's it. That's what I tell them. I said, listen, my job is to help you. If you don't want to give me because sometimes I ask, can I have your information? No, I don't want to give you my information. Well, I can't help you if you don't give me your information, right? I can't help you if you don't give me your information. So they give me the attitude. So I said, listen, I can't help you if you don't give me your information. And then they'll say, well, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to your supervisor. And that's fine. They can do that. So I had to put them on hold. I said, okay, well, because if they want to talk to my supervisor, I had to put them on hold and raise my hand. And then the supervisor comes over. And then I have to tell my supervisor, listen, caller wants to speak to the supervisor. And then they talk. Because sometimes they do that, And they act like that because and callers act like when they're bringing their supervisor that I'm going to get in trouble. That's not the case, So I'll look at my supervisor. My supervisor just rolls his eyes at me. What happened? They say, yeah. And I say, yeah, typical, whatever. Okay, I'll handle it. And then, I just listen in, and the supervisor's talking to him, to the person, and the person, and sometimes they're not satisfied. Oh my God. See, that's why I don't want to do those jobs anymore. There's always demand for those jobs, by the way, Tassel. I don't know if Tassel's still here. Those jobs are always in demand. So if you want to make quick cash, like if you need a job just to make quick cash, customer service job, like a 311 job, those jobs are always, what they call them? High turnover. Like people work that job for a few months or a year, then they quit, and then they find, whatever. Like for example, if I really need a quick cash, I can do that job for whatever, if I need to raise some money and, but yeah, so those are jobs that you can, you don't even, of course you don't need a degree for that. Just a high school diploma to do customer service, like 311. And a lot of cities have 311 now. It's not only New York City was one of the first cities that had 311. Now a lot of major cities, even not even major cities, a lot of cities have like city information, because people want to call in. Because those are the numbers that people call in, like, oh, when can I put out my garbage? It's supposed to be, what is my schedule for the street that you're in? Alternate side street parking, that type of stuff, all that stuff. So if you call 311, what is the alternate side street? what is the garbage pickup or something like that? So they give me the address, and then I based on look. Okay, so your garbage day is Wednesday night for regular garbage. I mean, like Sunday night for regular garbage. They pick up on Monday morning, and if it's recycled, Wednesday, things like that. I get a lot of those calls. I used to get a lot of when they're gonna put out a refrigerator, because you got to schedule for that stuff. I know in New York City you got to schedule to put a refrigerator. You can't just put a refrigerator out in the curb. You have to schedule it because they had to come and pick it up. And before you do that, you have to tell them what to do. You cannot, for example, you have to take the door out of the refrigerator. You cannot have a refrigerator with the door intact because sometimes, it happened in the past. I don't know about, kids tend to hide in there, and sometimes, it's dangerous. Kid goes in the refrigerator and for hiding in there, and something, I don't want to say what it is, but you know what I mean. So now, when people call, I said, no, you got to take the refrigerator off the hinges. You put the refrigerator without the door one night, and then the following week you put the door out. You got things like that, or bulk item. A bulk item is like a big furniture. Like if you want to take out a recliner or something, you got to call and schedule that stuff. Or mattress. That's another thing. I know I'm ranting here, I'm talking, but nobody's talking back to me, so I'm just talking. That's the beauty of live stream. I can talk whatever and watch the clock tick. So, like for example, a mattress. When in New York City, I know when you put on a mattress, when you call 311, you have to get a mattress cover on it. So as a dollar store to sell them, you got to put it. And they do that because of bed bugs. They don't want the spread bed bugs. So when you throw it on a mattress, you got to put it inside the plastic mattress cover. It's a mattress cover, and the last thing you want to do is walk by one of those. And you get a bed bug, and then you bring that sucker home, and then ugh. Bed bugs are nasty. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, yeah. Let me go to QRZ. 3 new alerts. What can it be? Oh, okay. And then, of course, PSK reporter. So I've been for the last few minutes. Let me see. Okay, there we go. All right. So last 18 minutes or so. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay. See the gray line right there. And there you go. Yep. Yeah. So BY26 mini radio, as I said. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna wait till they do the update. They include it with the next version, and then I'll update this one again with the color theme. With the color theme on that. So they'll include it in the next update. So let me do something here. We have all these things open up here. Let me do something here. I'm gonna close this one because I want to put a link up. Let me copy that. Let me minimize that. Anyway, I'm gonna put my link to all my. I'm gonna pin it too anyway. Let me pin it. I'll pin it. So yeah, in the chat. Anyway, I put my link to all my links page. I have other social media if you wanna we can follow each other there. I have a Facebook group. It's a private group. It's it's not a big group. It's not one thing is not though, it's not toxic. For unfortunately for me, I left a whole bunch of Facebook groups recently because some of them are just really you know toxic. I'm gonna say it like that. Anytime you post something, you always have a troll in there, and of course, some of them they don't police themselves. So might as well promote mine now. So I have one that's private. It's in all my links page. I also have a like page on Facebook. So if you have Facebook, if you can follow me there, that'd be great. I also have Reddit group, Shortwave Radio, and I have a couple of other ones. I have a medium wave DXing. So they're all on my links page. I'm also on X / Twitter. If anybody you have one of those accounts, you want to follow me, I'll follow you back. I'll follow you back on whatever you have. I also have a Blue Sky account. I added Blue Sky just because another medium where I post videos and that's it. Things like that. It's not a political thing or anything like that. I just another website to post. And I'll follow you. You follow me there. That's it. I'll follow you and then what else? I have Instagram also. If anybody has Instagram, same thing. And some things I do post there that I don't post here. So, and of course I have TikTok. Although TikTok, we don't know what's gonna happen. I know in the next few weeks, we'll find out what's going on with TikTok. I have TikTok account also. I do live streams on TikTok also. I done a few in there. So, and I'm doing more here right now only because I'm just trying to get the YouTube algorithm. And I don't want to get into the whole thing about it because it's just a YouTube thing. Sometimes YouTube does that. So I'm trying to post more often now. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. This is why. Live stream number 208 or 7, whatever it is. I don't know. It's more than that because I have some that I never numbered them. But there's a lot of things I learned about live streaming, and a lot. It's a lot. One thing I did learn. One thing I am learning that you cannot do the same thing over and over. I noticed that sometimes it does get repetitive. So I'm trying different things. And also different times of the day. Different days also. I don't want to be like 1 day a week type stream. I tried that. And the problem with that is that you limit your flexibility when you do a weekly live stream. And and I say that because some people, for example, imagine you're waiting all week. Well, I don't say you're waiting, but you look forward. Actually, let me put it like that. You look forward to watching a particular live stream that particular day of the week, right? And no fault of the person. The person can't make it. The person has other commitments or whatever. And now you're like, man, So see, a hobby like this, a niche hobby like radio listening, all that stuff, amateur radio, all that stuff. You know. So I learned that early that I didn't want to do that here, because that's what happened. I felt like when I was doing a weekly thing, I painted myself in a box, and there's days that I didn't feel like doing a live stream. I just didn't. You didn't feel like doing it, whatever reason. Sometimes, or you're tired or whatever. So that's why, after a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do the weekly thing. I couldn't do it. I'd rather just, come in whenever and that's it. Like right now, I have a couple of hours here and there. I can just come in and do a live stream. And you know what's good about that? That I don't talk to the same people over and over, which is okay. I don't mind talking to the same people. But sometimes other people come in different. Like when I did a live stream at 3 a.m. because I was up late, I was talking to people in Europe, people in Europe. There's already, morning there and all that. And that's cool too, because I want to get in touch. I want to talk to everybody, So, and then now, of course, it's midday. So I get to talk to, particular time zones and all that. And then, sometime I'll come in after 8 o'clock in the evening. And, of course, it's going to be more local, more this side of the hemisphere. I don't mean, I shouldn't say local, but more regional. So, and that's why I maybe, I just, I tried the whole weekly thing, set schedule. Because people used to ask me that, when you going to be on? I said, listen, I don't know when I'm going to be on. I can be on whenever. I can be on 2 or 3 times a day. And that's it. And actually, and I actually like it this way. Because I'm more relaxed. I come on, when I'm here, when I come on, I'm more relaxed. And, and the problem with a weekly thing is you have to come up with different things. How they say it's better. I play by ear, right? Play by ear. If somebody comes out here and they mention a particular topic or a product they want to talk about, then we start talking about it. That's it. I prefer that. And I find that a lot of live streams that I've been to, it's too rigid. They're too rigid with one particular thing, and I find it boring. And that's why that's why when I come on here, I welcome anybody to talk about whatever you want to talk about, And if you have a question, you want to ask, no question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Ask, And it's, and also it's very personal, small. The problem is sometimes when you go on these bigger live streams, and I'm not knocking them, kudos to them. They earned it. But sometimes when you have a lot, I've been to live stream where we had 300 or 400 people watching, and you really want somebody to answer that question, especially the host. Your chances are it's going to be slim that you're going to get that question answered. You probably will get the question answered, but chances are, some you might not get answered. Or they're not going to cover too much on it because, and every host is different. Like I said, some hosts are different than others. And me, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about a particular topic, and I just don't. I'm very comfortable now. I'm very comfortable compared to I remember my first live stream. We're talking about I'm a very introverted person, so. For me, just to pop in and do live streams, like it took a lot, but hey, I'm good. I'm glad I'm doing it now, and I'm having fun doing. That's the main thing. I have fun doing what you're doing. Okay, let me fix that thing. That thing is about to fall, and it's gonna damage my TV mount. It's at the edge of the TV mount. Let me just put it over here before. Okay. Let me just put it over here. And what is this? Oh, this is for my one of my transceivers. And then this, let me take this radio out of the way. Oh, there goes my pigtail. I was looking for it. I found it. There we go. I found my pigtail. SMA to 3. This is the one I was looking for my MLA30. To hook it up to the Q-Dosant. It was right there hidden in the. So I found it. Goody. See how sometimes you get up and you do something, you find something that you've been looking for. There you go. I found it. My pigtail. So I can hook it up because I had to put an adapter and all that. So this one I can hook up the MLA30 directly to this guy. 3.5 millimeter. See? Something told me to go over there and look in that pile. And I found my cable. And I found my other radio. This is the, what is it? CS106. There's several brands of this radio, by the way. There's a whole bunch of brands of this radio. I had this radio for quite a few years. So, of course, I got the happy version of this radio. I can't really see it there. Yeah. So there you go. See, sometimes something calls you to go over there and do something, and then you find something that you've been looking for. And mind you, I was breaking my head the other day looking for that cable. I was breaking my head looking for that cable. And I found it. Oh, my God. So, yeah, see, so. Because I want to do the Q-Dosant in the boiler room. I'm going to live stream. So I got the pigtail right here. And there's another radio that I also want to do. What's the other one? Not the D109 because I want overloads. There's another radio I wanted to try out with the MLA30. I want to. I'm talking about smaller radio. I think it's the the Sony, the ICF 2001. 2002. Excuse me. So I got this. I have that radio that I want to do a live stream with, tuning the shortwave band and all that, and then also the Radio Shack. Let me go bring it over here. The Radio Shack. Let me see. Yeah, this one. That definitely one. DX398. There you go. So I want to do a live stream with this one. So 3.5 millimeter right there. So I want to see now that I got the pigtail, I want to hook this one up to the MLA30. And so it'll be one of these nights. I'm gonna stay up, early morning, and then I'll do a live stream with this one in the boiler room, and I'll tune the band, see if I can do some medium wave DXing and shortwave. It's a nice radio. I really like this radio. Of course, this is older radio, but this is a nice radio. It's a very good radio. Of course, this radio is rebranded. This is a rebranded Sangean. Right? Which one is that? ATS. Is it 818? I forgot somebody will put it in the comment in the chat. I think it's ATS 818 or something. I forgot what the number is. So this is a rebranded version. This is of course the Radio Shack is DX398. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna hook this one up. And let me see. What's up? I'm gonna have to get some batteries. I need my magnifying glass. 6 volt. Okay, so I can use a plug for the I have a plug for this one. I'm gonna use it with the plug. Battery. This one doesn't have the battery in it. I know I took the batteries out. 4 AA batteries. Yeah. Okay, the battery's out. Good, good. So 4 AA batteries, is it? Yeah. So of course this has long wave, short wave, and the medium wave, and FM. Oh, by the way, this has also RDS. RDS. See, FM right there. See, RDS. Okay, so it's a very good radio. I bought this radio. I think it was I have a radio a few years back. I think I got this one from an estate sale, if I remember. So very good radio. DX398 Radio Shack. Let me check the local time here. It's 1:26. Okay. Let me put my phone for my son is in school, so I'm gonna set my alarm so I don't forget. Okay, time just flies by, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to pick up my son from school. I won't hear the end of it. So 1 hour and 18 minutes from now. Okay, so there you go. Go pick up my son. Yeah, I know it's been a rainy day. It's okay. It's March, you know. You know, I mean, knock on wood. So far, March been okay. You know, remember last March of last year? It was really bad. I was pumping water like crazy out the. This March has been good. You know, it's been good. So we already on March. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, it was really that last year. Yeah. So right now today's the 24th. So we already last week of March, and we haven't had no crazy amount of rain. That March was the rainiest March I think we had in history, in recent history, or in history, in New York, in this area. But so far, this March has been good. A little rain here and there, and that's it. You know, not much. So I'm okay with that. Tasso home today, working on assignment here. Yeah. Are you going on spring break soon? I know my son is going on break. I think it's right before the second week of April. So you know Easter. You know the Easter break. I think April 11th. Taking 4 classes currently. So much busy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, for you it's the end of the month. Okay. End of April. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, my son has I think April 11th. I know he has a half a day next week. No, on the 31st he doesn't have school. Last week he had a half a day. So on the 31st, which is what? Today is, let me see. Let me look at my calendar. Let me look at my calendar. What's on my calendar? Yeah. Let me go over here. Calendar. What's my calendar here? Yeah. Anyway, what am I doing? I have my phone in front of me. Oh. Let me see. I'll tell you right now, my son. I know he doesn't have school. Yeah, I think this weekend. That's it. There, this weekend. Well, let me see. Calendar. Okay, so today's. Yeah, so this weekend he has a 3-day weekend because he doesn't have school on the 31st. So he's gonna be happy about that. He has a 3-day weekend. Then in April, let me see how many days in April. Yeah, so April, the first week of April has a 4-day week, and then the following week. So after the 11th, he's on vacation. So on the 11th, so it goes all the way up to the 21st. So from the 11th to the 21st. So the 11th is his last day, and then he starts on the 12th. So from the 12th to the 21st, well, the 20th, excuse me, 20th. And then he's back to school on the 21st. So he has about 8 days, 8-day break. So we were thinking about going somewhere. You're testing the hearts. I saw. I wish they counted for something. You know, like kind of like TikTok. I don't know. I think experimenting. They're still testing stuff out. Because on TikTok you can send gifts. Now you can send roses and things like that. And then I know they want to do that here eventually. You know, they're trying out different things. Because TikTok, they count likes. Like when you go to the profile of TikTok, right? But then when you do a live stream, you get likes on the live stream. They don't count toward your regular TikTok. It's crazy. It's like, but TikTok also has gifts. Like, you know, you can like if I'm doing a live stream, somebody can send me a rose. But you need coins for that. You need TikTok coins. And you need to buy. You need to buy. So I think it's like you get 100 coins for like $2. I bought TikTok coins to send, you know, because there's a couple of people. Sometimes I'll send them something, you know, like Glam Ham. Sometimes I'll throw a rose at her. So sometimes I'll send a couple of roses. Thank you, Danny. So, you know, 100 roses is it's not 100 roses. It's 100 coins. So you buy 100 coins, right? So they have different packages. So, for example, for $2.99, you buy 100 coins. So anytime you want to send a particular item, like a rose costs 1 coin. That's the cheapest thing on TikTok is the rose. But they have like chili pepper. They have like the sombrero that costs a lot more coins. You know, you can send a galaxy, which is big. You know, it lights up the whole. You know, that's like I don't know how many 1,000 coins. So I'm not there with that yet. You know, I still even the TikTok shop. I haven't opened my TikTok shop yet for sponsorship because I don't know if they're gonna be around next month. So I'm holding off on that because they keep sending me stuff like because I have 20,000 people. I have because right now I have 20,000. I have 20,000 on TikTok, and so they sending me this stuff all the time. Like, I qualify to promote TikTok shop. They call it TikTok shop, so you get commission. But I don't want to do that yet because I don't know if they're gonna be around, and I don't want to send my tax. I don't want to send my personal info, tax info when they're not they might be banned. So I don't know. So that's why I'm holding off on that. Because you see how I put the radio videos on TikTok. I can say, go to the TikTok shop and buy it. I can say, oh, you want this radio? Go to the TikTok shop. And I put the link in the TikTok shop, and then I get a commission. But right now, TikTok, I didn't sign up with that program yet because I don't know what's gonna happen with TikTok next month. Remember, he extended it for 90 days, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Then they might get banned. That's it. So yeah, they have to. They have to some kind of deal. Yeah, it kind of be a shame because I built up my account, man. I got 20,000. I forgot what the number is. 500, 20,500. I forgot. Yeah, it took a while. I get like sometimes I get like 20, 30 people a day. They add me. At one time I was getting like 200 people adding me every day. Now it's slowed down. Now it's like 20 people, 25 people. Because I haven't been posting. Because I try to follow a lot of people back too. Especially even though I repost a lot too. I do that too. That's another thing too. If you're not gonna post a lot of videos, repost a lot of videos that you like. Yeah, I know. Hello RRT0808. Yeah, I know it's banned in Montana already. So, that's why I don't want to sign up for the TikTok shop promotion yet. Because they might not be around. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting till everything clears up. And then I'll start because I post videos there. And I could make custom videos for TikTok and say, oh, I got this check out this product, and but right now I'm not doing that because they might not be around next month or whatever. So I gotta wait and see about that. And that's another thing. If TikTok gets banned, what's gonna happen to YouTube? Are a lot of people gonna come back to YouTube? I think some are gonna come back, right? So you got to be ready for that. But I think some are going somewhere else. There's another place that they're all going to. It's two places. One is but they're both Chinese, and I don't want to go to another one. I don't want to go to another Chinese app. I'm kind of done with that because they're all going to another one. There's two of them. I'll show you. I'll show you on my phone. Let me see. I'll show you. Yeah, one of them is Red Note. Red Note. A lot of people say they're going to Red Notes, but I don't know nothing about Red Note. I don't. I don't know. I don't know about Red Note. All right, we're done with that. Yeah, see? Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right. Anyway, let me know what I'll follow you back on that one. Let me know which one is that one, so I can follow you back. Cause I'll follow you back too. You know, but yeah, when we all starting out, I follow everybody. I try to follow everybody back. That way, everybody gets a certain number, and then you know. So anyway, Red Note. This is Red Note. You see, it's in Chinese. So a lot of people go into that for the TikTok. But I ain't down with. I installed it, but I don't think I'm gonna. You know, Red Note, and then there's another one called. Is it Lemon? Lemon. What the hell is it called? Is it lemon? I think that one got banned. No, the lemon, whatever the hell it's called, lemon. I have to look it up. All right. Take care, Tassel. All right, Danny. Back to lurking. Gotta have lunch and back to work. Catch you later. All right. Take care, Tassel. Yeah, I'm approaching 2 hours now, so I'm gonna be out for a little while longer, and then I'm gonna go pick up my son. Let me see. Let me go. I have to open up and okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Blue sky. Blue sky. Where's my blue sky? Let me see. I'm gonna check in my notifications. Let me see. I'm gonna start car. Somebody liked it a whole bunch of videos. Todd Carr. Who's Todd Carr? Oh, okay, that's you. Okay, all right. Let me follow you. Yeah, I saw. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say your name, but all right, Todd. Okay, cool. All right, let me follow you back. I got you right now. Let me go right here. Okay, follow back. There we go. Got you. All right, I'm following you back. All right. And then up here on my on the chat up here, all my links page. So if you have any other social media you want to follow me, they can go to my all my links page. Yeah, I am. I'm your first one. I'm your first one. Yeah, I saw that you have 0. So now I'm your first one. So thank you. Yeah, if you go to all my links page, I have other social media there. So if you all my links page is I pinned it on the chat. Yeah, and Blue Sky, I just post video links. You know, I'm not gonna get it to people in there. It's not my thing. It's not my thing to do that. On X, I repost, but on Blue Sky, I won't repost unless it's something that only because I only use that for YouTube video link, something like that, and that's about it. RT08. Not all tech channels I follow have created channels yet. Most have, yeah. Yeah, well, that's one thing with this channel. I'm trying to be on every social media, and that helps out with the Google algorithm. Like when people, for example, if you go to Google and people type in Danny Radio and Tech search, all my different social media comes up. Or they type in Danny Shortwave. Usually, all my links come up there. So I whether they're coming through X, or they coming through Instagram, or they coming through Facebook, or they coming through Blue Sky, I want them to find my channels. So, when you have a channel or anything, you should have more than one social media. I mean, if you want people to find you, you gotta have different things. And I know some people don't like that. I know some people don't like that. Yeah, I know. Well, it's early. It's still early. I mean, I use X too. I get people from X coming. I've been on X forever. I had that Twitter for many years. Right now, on that one, I think I have about 4,500, whatever it is. You know, um, I'm not gonna delete it just because whatever. Come on, you know, I get people. Reddit is the one that I get. Reddit is the one that a lot of people come from Reddit to see my channel. I got Reddit. I have a Reddit. I have my own Reddit groups. I have one that's called Shortwave Radio. I have about 500 people on that one. 550 something. What is it? I always get people from there watching my videos. So you have to, use different social media. Otherwise, then people are not gonna find you. You know, it's not about Yeah, yeah. I had my Reddit for a few years. I think I created in 20. I think I joined Reddit in 2017. 2017. They all. And let me tell you something. Every social media, you're always gonna have your trolls. Doesn't matter. You know. Like Facebook. Facebook they put a lot of stuff on the feeds. But I just I don't have that many people on Facebook. I used to have a bunch of groups I used to be on a bunch of groups on Facebook, but I had to delete a whole bunch of them because they were getting out of control. Some of them were really anytime I post a video there, yeah. Like for example, sometimes I would post a video on a particular Facebook group and I would just get hate, you know. Like some of the moderators will take down my posting for no reason because it's run by another channel, things like that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Just say you don't want me to post YouTube links in here. Just say that, you know. And I got tired of that. And then of course, other stuff later on, and so so for example, like I do this live streaming here. If I wanted to have more people watching before I do the live stream, I could have shared my link on all of them, and I would have had a whole bunch of people in here. But I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I'd rather just I'll post it after the fact. But I could do that. I could, like, before I do a live stream, I could have shared this link with X, with whatever, and I would have had more people coming watching here. But I don't want to have people coming here and they just like drive by. They just come in here and they don't really know anything about radio, or they're not interested in radio. That's not the audience that I you know what I mean. That's why I also a lot of times I put subscribers only, because I don't want to have, like, I call it drive-bys. The one on top, the one that I pinned, that's all my links. Oh, I have all the social media and all that in there. Different, everything, anything. I have other channels in there. I have other channel links in there. Because I also have other channels too. I don't. It's not. This is my main channel, but I have other channels. I have other hobbies. So I have other channels in there. Uh, things like that. So, radio is not my only hobby. I have, I do like tech. Uh, I'm very close to building a model railroad layout. One of my, excuse me, one of my childhood things growing up, I never got to do I never got to have my own model railroad. I mean, yeah, HO scale model railroads. Now, of course, I'm older and I want to build a little layout. I want to have my trains. I want to share that with my son. Pass it down to him. I have a channel. I have a channel that I just posted a couple of things. I'm gonna make a review of this one. I just bought this a few weeks ago. I have a trolley. See it? I'm gonna add this to my layout. There's an old Tyco trolley. I'm gonna build my little layout. I want to have a trolley in there along with my trains. We all have more than one hobby. We have many hobbies. So, of course, I got a diecast collection channel where I collect diecast stuff like this, like diecast metal, model like this. This is an Airbus 380, FedEx. I collect all these things. It's kind of reliving your childhood, thing. When I was a kid, we didn't have, my mother didn't have the money to buy these things. Yeah, and then I can share that with my son. My son is 10 years old. I share that with him. But he's for example, this one my brother gave me. This one, diecast metal. I made video on this. Talked about this. I like to collect stuff like that. I think I have about 400 subscribers on that channel. I think it's approaching 400, about almost 400. Danny's diecast collection. I have Matchbox, Hot Wheels, things like that. Other things like that. Of course, I live. For example, like I bought this stuff for my layout. It was going out of business sale in a local place, and they were selling these. I snatched all this stuff up. This is to make the water on your layout. Like if I want to make a little lake, you see all this stuff. I'm getting ready for my layout. Model railroad stuff. I gotta build my table. And I got some buildings. I want to build, Well, this thing was on sale, so I snatched it up. See, this is like for the model railroad layout. These are some boulders. I was snatching all this stuff up, man. It was on sale. Oh, okay. Oh, and double O scale. Okay. So a bunch of stuff, man. Got some stuff. All this stuff was on sale, man. I was snatching, you know, the shakers. Oh, sorry, I'll put it right there. All this stuff. Look, some gravel, some sand, whatever. I was just snatching. It was all this thing was like, you know, half off. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I used to build models I used to build plastic models when I was a kid. You know, my brother Harry still plastic models and all that. So I probably eventually gonna start weathering it. I'm gonna try to make it look realistic. I have a lot of Easy Track, Bachman Easy Track. I'm gonna use that at first. You can do ballast on that. I can do a whole bunch of stuff on that. So I seen people add ballast on Easy Track. Yeah, Danny's Train Channel. I have Danny's model trains, and then of course I do rail fanning. So I go out there and film, real trains. That too I do. So I have a rail fan channel and I have a model train channel that I'm trying to, So I'm gonna make a video soon on this one, on the this trolley. I picked up this trolley from eBay. It's a trolley. This is powered. So of course it's a trolley. It runs by itself. You don't need no. I made a video on a couple of other trolleys, but those are dummies. Those are not powered, but this one is powered. Yeah. So hello Matthew. Hope you're doing well, my friend. RRT08. Oh, I gotta blow my nose right now. Let me go blow my nose. My nose is itchy. I'll be right back. Oh my God. All right. Oh my God. I had to blow my nose. It was so itchy. I feel like I was about to sneeze. Yeah, I know, James. Yeah, I got a few views on that. People like that, so I'm gonna try to do it every week. I'm gonna keep trying to do it every week then. At one point I think I had like 15 people watching. It was pretty good. I was like, oh wow, pretty cool. And I didn't want to talk. I said I'm gonna let it play. And so I think I'm gonna do that. The way I'm gonna do it like that. When I do that again, I'm just gonna let it play. I'm not gonna chime in. Gonna keep my mouth shut. It was pretty good. It was nice. I like that. It was pretty cool. I get to type. Yeah. RRT. Oh wait, I've been able to get a corgi on Amazon from UK. Oh, okay. Brand, right? I know that's a brand, corgi. So about the brand. You didn't get a corgi dog. Talking about the brand. I think I recognize the brand corgi. Yeah, corgi. Yeah, it's a brand. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, that's right. The brand. Yeah. And then I bought 00 scale in UK before I came back. Okay, cool. I have a local train store in Lombard, luckily. Okay. Over here, of course, we have Train World. Well, I'm in Yonkers, but in Brooklyn, there is a big. Well, there's a few of them here in Manhattan. There's a couple of them, but the biggest one around here is Train World, and that's in Brooklyn. That's the world famous Train World. I never been there. One day I'll go there. I'll check it out one day. Of course, you want to go there with some scratch in your pocket. I'll probably go in there and start drooling. Over here, of course, I remember a couple of years ago. They haven't done it since then. They have a train show. Yeah, I have a couple of those, James. I have Christmas trains. My son used to play with them. I still have them in a box. The battery operated ones. I have a couple of them. I have actually. Yeah, I have a couple of them. Because my son used to play with them a lot when he was, a few years ago. But he doesn't play with them anymore. And I still have one in the box. I got a few of them from. I got a couple of them from Walmart. I think I got one from maybe Sam's Club, if I remember. But I know which one you're talking about. The Christmas trains, yeah. And then I have an HO scale one. Yeah, exactly. They're not expensive. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The battery, they're like G scale. They're G scale. They're bigger. They're the big ones. So over here in Yonkers by Westchester County Center in White Plains, they used to have a train show there, but I haven't seen it in the last couple of years. I wanted to go up there because the county center here is where they do all that stuff. Like they have like that, like Ham Fest and all that. That's the place where they do all that stuff at. But I need to go to the website, see if they, there's a train show up there. I wanted to go up there. It's in White Plains. Westchester County Center. That's what it's called. Otherwise, I can go in the city and go to Train World. And there's a couple of other places. Yeah. Yeah, Danny's Train Channel. Woo. Nice. RRT. Oh, I still have my Matchbox from kid. I mean, I have some. My son. He got a whole bunch of. I put them all together. They're in the box now. Yeah, I have some. I have some Hot Wheels, some Matchbox. I'm not like collecting every single Hot Wheel. I just buy ones that I like the way they look or whatever. Or if they like, utility or whatever. Like for example, I have this one near NYPD, like New York City Police Department. Because I support the men in blue. So this one is pretty cool. Look, NYPD. Let's see. New York City Police Department, and stuff like this. I like stuff like that. Yeah. So I have Christmas trains, James. I have a couple. I have a few of them. I have one that's still in the box. I have 3 sets that are in a couple of containers because it was three separate sets. If I put them all together, they'll run around they'll run through the whole house. That's how much track I have. Yeah, they can be expensive. HO scale engines, yeah, they can go over $200. Yeah, so I'm not spending $200 on it. Because I have a Bachman set. I have a Bachman set. I have the Chattanooga train locomotive. The steam locomotive, and then the others I just bought them through eBay over time. I mean, like sometimes I'll buy like a lot. I have a whole bunch. I have like a whole bunch of rolling stock. I have a whole bunch of rolling stock and all that. I have like a whole bunch. I have different HO scale engines. Like I have Amtrak ones. I have I have a CSX engine, diesel. I have Conrail. I have a few. You know. So yeah, but I didn't spend $200 on the engine. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. You know. And then let me see where I'm at. Yeah, let's see. Our RTOA DuPage County Fairground has a monthly Sunday training show. Okay, cool. Glenn, that's a hello, Glenn. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I have had you all day when I was counting 2 to 6 meters. Does this help you with the YouTube? I don't want to answer that because I don't want to, because I don't know what YouTube does for algorithm. But yeah, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that though. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's nothing too. Anyway, you can't do it. What you can do, you can play the playlist. I have a whole bunch of playlists. So you can do playlists or just pick a particular live stream and you want to let it play, you can let it play because But yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that, Glenn. You can do that. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you can do that. If you're watching it or listening to it, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Glenn. James Farley. The problem with Christmas trains is once you get all the tracks out. Yeah, I know because I don't have the boxes for them. The ones that are out. Yeah, once you take them out the box, yeah, they're hard to put back in the box. So yeah, I don't have the. Plus, my son played with them a lot. So those are I have those in a couple of containers. Plastic. Those plastic containers. Storage containers. The ones you get from Walmart or whatever. So I have one that has all the track, and then the other one has all the cars in it. Because it has like three sets. So that's three. So imagine 3 sets of trains, right? Yeah, three locomotives, 3 tenders, because they all steam engine type, and then cabooses and all that, and some of them have yeah, none of these blow smoke. They just play music. I don't have one that blows smoke. HO scale, I do have a train that I have a couple of cars that blow smoke. Because I also have HO scale. I have a Budweiser. I have a Budweiser holiday train. It's from the Franklin Mint. It's HO scale though. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful set. I want to run that one so badly. I'm gonna test it out. That one, but that's Budweiser. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas. It's a holiday train, but it's Budweiser. And that one that's a really nice train. That one, especially the engine, the steam engine and the tender, is so beautiful. Then it has a flat car with a Christmas tree on it. Then it has a passenger car, and then the caboose. There's a caboose. The holiday train. No, not a caboose. A tanker car. Is a red holiday Christmas tanker. I guess that's the beer one. That's the one with the beer. I guess it's full of beer. Budweiser beer. Yeah. But yeah, Glenn, I appreciate that. And I really thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Jay. So yeah, I know when you take them out the box, it's hard to. So yeah, so those are all in containers. I took two big containers, and then I have one that's still in the box. So RRT08. If you're ever in Colorado, visit Greeley Train Museum. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. I like to visit train. When I was in Indiana, when I went to Indiana, I went to a train. It was a small train museum. I went to one. It's on my Danny Rail Fan channel. I made a video on that one. Danny Rail Fan. Because I have Danny's model train, which deals with this. Then I have Danny Rail Fan, which, I actually, I'm out there and I film trains. Like when I go back into New York City, I'm going to start filming all those subway cars again and all that. Commuter trains. Over here in New York, if I can get a freight train, I will film that. Things like that. I'm a train nut. I love trains. Just like if I live near airport, I will be filming planes landing and taking off. I love watching those videos. Because I love aircraft too. I love it. Sometimes I watch those things for hours. I'll let it play. I'll watch some video and James Fowler, I used to do back when I was young. I would get a piece of plywood and hinge it on the side of the cellar wall and just let it down the tractor or nail down and store. Did you know that back in the 20s, somehow manufactured one track with train with gyroscope? I didn't know that. And I don't have those train. I don't have like an old Lionel train. I sometimes I go on Craigslist, see if somebody's giving one away. The old Lionel trains. I don't have anything. These are the older, the Tyco is the oldest trains that I have. These are, like Tyco. These are like, the trains I remember when I was a kid. Tyco. And same thing with the slot cars. My brother was into that. I never owned a slot car racing track. My brother used to own one. Remember AFX? Tyco used to make slot cars too. But AFX was the one that a lot of people, that's what we grew up with. Remember AFX? Those slot car, they call them slot car, electric slot car. You put them you line them up with a thing and then Aurora. Oh, isn't that another company? Aurora, Christmas. Yeah, I only got slot car from Christmas. Aurora. Okay, yeah. Aurora AFX, right? Oh, it's the same. So that's what my brother had, my older brother. And, of course, you got the control and you squeeze the handle. You want to accelerate. So, those are great memories in the childhood. Slot cars. Of course, we didn't have the one with the, yes, Sears used to sell them. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, 214. I mean, okay. So, the 214. Okay. Let me minimize this for a minute. Let me see. Okay, so I made one or two contacts so far. Slot cars. Yeah, that was crazy, eh? I'm gonna go on Craigslist. Let me go on Craigslist. Let me put let me see. Slot cars. Yeah, people asking too much. They crazy with them prices. Vintage Aurora AFX HO scale slot car. I know, right? I used to drool. I know the Sears catalogs, man. You look at them and you be drooling. Hey, this guy's selling. Let me see what he's selling. He got a lot. Wow. But I ain't paying $400 for that. Sorry. Yeah, I ain't paying $400 for all that. He's asking for $399 for that. Nope. 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 Yeah, so that's it. So that's the only. Oh, somebody's giving away this one? Free? Oh, but that's 25 days old. One car not function. Let me see. Oh, somebody giving away a set. Oh, these are bigger. These are 143 scale. Oh, these are the big ones. Oh, okay, nah, I don't want that one. No. Yeah, these are 143 scale. You see? So those are bigger. 143 scales like this. I have die-cast metal. Something like this size. See how big that is? They're bigger than like this. Actually, probably a little in between. Something around, probably a little smaller than this. Let me see. It says it under here. No, this might be actually bigger. Anyway, 143. So those are the big ones. Yeah, those are not HO. Those are 143 scale. Those are big. Anyway, all right. Anyway, slot cars. So that's Craigslist. So let me move it back over here. Let me see eBay. eBay's gonna be nuts. I know the eBay price are gonna be nuts. Let me see. Slot car. Slot car. Track set. Let me see, because I know you have a. Let me see if they have a set. Let's see. Buy now. Let me see the prices. Let me see what they come up with. Like a set. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to try Facebook Marketplace. See, Tyco makes it to Tyco. I remember Tyco also. I don't know why they put this stuff in there. Are you kidding me? I gotta get more specific. I gotta probably put the brand. Let me see if I put AFX. Maybe if I put AFX. Oh, you know what? Tyco. Let me see Tyco. If I put Tyco, let's see. Yeah, Tyco. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I gotta look at Facebook. See, you got the high speed loop. Yeah, remember the guardrails? I forgot about that. They got the guardrails. You clip them on the side so your car doesn't fly off the track. Man, it's bringing me memories. Memories. Slot cars. See, these are the controls. Let me see, James Farley. Yeah, Sears used to sell them. Yeah, you wish you could buy everything in there. I know it would drool. You have those catalogs, you'd be drooling for everything in there. Like Radio Shack with the radios. You'd be drooling for all those radios. The radios, the stereos, the hi-fi equipment, Optimus speakers. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh my God. You got to look at all the bridge supports and all that. Yeah, see, I'm not paying that. That's just crazy. Yeah, I ain't paying that. I don't want to pay like top dollar. Vintage volts. This thing is loading forever, man. I hate when it loads like that. Oh my God. Let me see if it. Hopefully, it crash my stream. Let me close this one. I know you guys remember this catalog, right? You remember this catalog? I used to drool. This catalog used to drive me nuts. Daymark. Oh my God. Or Denmark. Oh, this catalog used to drive me nuts. Anyway, vintagevolts.com. I'll put the website. So they have all these catalogs in there. Okay, hold on. What's going on over here? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat. This is vintage volts. This catalog used to drive me nuts. Oh my God. I bought so much stuff from here. I bought so much. I have two shortwave radios from here. Well, I bought them on eBay, but the Daymark brand. I have one right here. Let me show you. DAC. That's the electronics brand. DAC. Where's that radio? It's DAC. Let me go get it. Is it? Oh, I put it upstairs. Is it upstairs? Nah, it's upstairs. Oh, I put it upstairs. I think it's upstairs. Let me see. Yeah. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Holy crap over here! I'm almost hurt myself. That's it. Yeah, DAC. Anyway, I got two of them. I have two radios from it there. DAC, DAK. You know what? You know what? You know how they got me hooked up? 4 easy payments. Oh my God! Let me see. Let me see ham radio. What the hell do I have for ham radio? Let me see. Hopefully this don't kill my stream. This thing looks slow, man. Come on. Oh, it's just articles. Okay, it's not okay. Never mind. Yeah, anyway, so this catalog used to. Anyway, I gotta find that website where they have the old catalogs. Oh my God. That's how they hooked me. That's how they used to get me. With the 4 easy payments. Remember that? 4 easy payments. 4 easy payments. Or you can download it right here. Okay, I'm going to open this one. Let's see. All right. So we can go. Okay, here we go. Radar detector, baby. Oh, I hope I didn't kill the stream now with this crap. Camcorder. Car stereo. Pull out. Oh my God. All this stuff. Trying to look for a radio. Let me see if they have a radio in here. All these computers. Oh my God. Oh, from there. Trying to see what oh my God. 2400 baud modem. Here we go. Camcorders. I have a feeling okay, I got it. Number just went up there. Okay. Floppies. Trying to see if they have a radio in here. Like a shortwave radio. Tanning unit. You have your own tanning unit there. CB radio kit, like. Oh my God. Coaxial speakers. Here we go. You got coax speakers, baby. Quad indoor FM antenna. I wonder if that'll work with my. I wonder if that'll work with my Nikon, my digital camera, my Nikon D5100. I have a 300 millimeter. I have a 300, not a 1,000 millimeter lens. My God. I have a 300 millimeter lens that I have for my DSLR. I'm trying to see if they have the shortwave radio. I'm looking for the shortwave radio in here. I don't see any in Denmark. And I have two of them. I have two DACs. Let me see. And it was always a message from Drew at the beginning. Yeah. You bought some stuff from Denmark too? Okay. Yeah. I bought a lot when Radio Shack was out. RT08 says. James White, I bought a 12-inch subwoofer made by DBX, $99. Okay. I'm looking for that shortwave radio. Another CB radio right here. Okay. I'm trying to find a shortwave radio. That's it. So this one doesn't have a shortwave radio in it. Man, I thought I had a shortwave radio in this one. Unless I passed it. Nah. Yeah, I didn't see any shortwave radio on this one. CD player right here. Compact disc player. Yeah, I don't see no radios in this one. No portable radios. Wow. Computer XT turbo. Yeah, I don't see any radios in here. Walkie-talkie right here. 49 megahertz walkie-talkie. Are these are 49 megahertz? Yeah, I said Crutchfield also. Yeah, Crutchfield. Yeah, Crutchfield. Gopher Buster. Another Roadmaster 40 channel CB radio. VHS here. Car stereo. Yeah, I didn't see no portable radios in here at all. No portable radios here. What was it? I have a micro cassette. I have one of these upstairs. I still have it, and I still have the tape in it that I recorded. I recorded myself talking on it and everything. I still have one. Micro cassette recorder player. Voice activated too. Sergio Valente watches. I remember they used to make jeans. Remember the jeans? Sergio Valente jeans? Along with Jordache. Yeah, you was down when you wore Sergio Valente. You was like, man, my man wearing Sergio Valentes. My man wearing Jordache. And you wouldn't be caught dead in Wranglers. What's wrong with Wrangler? Oh, those are not Sergio Valente. Yeah, I remember that. That was all. Everybody was wearing Sergio Valente. Everybody had to wear. Oh, you gotta wear Sergio Valente. Sergio Valente. Oh my god. Oh, that's 62p classical CD set. Wow. Yeah, $200. Wow, look at that. VHS camcorder, baby. We got a boombox right here, but Lloyd's AM/FM antenna. Yeah, Izod shirt, members only jacket. Yeah, I remember all that. Izod, that's out of the crocodile. Members only. Yeah. Anyway, let me close this one. Oh, let me put this back up. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off now because I gotta get ready to pick them up. I've been out for 2 hours and 54 minutes. So I don't know if I'm gonna be on tonight. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe late. I don't know yet. But anyway, I wanted to be on for a couple of hours. I'm gonna go get ready to pick them up. It's 2:30. It's 2:39. I gotta be out of here about another 11 minutes or so. So everybody, thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.